This last thing is mainly for your DI. There is one question in the test that involves it. There are no exercises associated with this, so just watch and listen. Follow along on your device, and also you'll have this recording available for later reference if you forget about it. From looking at the company charts, do you agree that share prices go up and down? Yeah. Like freaking every day? If you actually change the graph to in the last hour, it goes up every minute. I'm not going to sit there and sweat over the fact that it went down 1 cent in a minute. All I care about is over time. Did the Apple price go up over time? Did it go down over time? I care about long-term trends. So shareholders really don't care what happens daily. They're investing long-term, so they care about trends that occur over time. So there's a thing called a moving average, which is a line on a company chart that you get by smoothing out the share prices over a particular time period. Do you agree that if I had heaps of different share prices over 50 days, if I found the average price over those 50 days, would it be a smoother line? Because it wouldn't be so variable, okay? So I'd like you to practice drawing a moving average because you're literally going to do this for your DI. You guys will be doing this with Yahoo Finance, and we'll create a moving average together. And you can also choose how long the moving average time period is for. So in your search bar there, can you look up Apple, which their code is AAPL? I don't know why it's AAPL. Can you find AAPL and press enter so that the Apple company page opens up on Yahoo Finance? When you've done that, I think when you've done that, it brings you to the summary page, but I want you to be on chart. So scroll down and press the chart button so that you see something that looks like this, something that shows Apple's price. So what's the process? You search the company on the front page. You scroll down and press chart so you can see the graph. Can you guys press the 1 year button so it shows the Apple share price over the last year? So if you followed my instruction right now, all you have done is found Apple and you have a graph that says what the share price is in the last year. We're talking about this moving average stuff. I haven't shown you how to do that. So how do you do that? Can you press the indicators menu? And this rectangle should pop up. And can you all press the moving average button? And a little square window should pop up. And you can see by default, that little window says 50. So how many days is that going to average out? 50. What color is it going to make that line? Purple, you can choose whatever, okay? So what you'll do, when you press save, so make it 50 and purple, and press save, when you've done that, you're going to see a moving average drawn over the company chart that it was based on. Do you see something like this on your screen? You've got the blue, that's the daily share price. Then you've got the purple. Do you agree that the purple is smoother? Yes? So, what I want you to notice is, do you agree that the blue and the purple line cross over each other multiple times? Yes. So you tell me, is there any, so I'll start over here, any crossovers here? No, I'll move slowly. Tell me where to stop for a crossover. Stop. There's a crossover there, keep moving. Yeah, so you get what I'm doing. So what I want to point out is what direction the blue line is crossing the purple line. So what way is the blue line here crossing through the purple? Is it going down through it or is it going up through it? Yeah. Down? What way is it crossing the next crossover point? Up. Next? Down. Next? Up. Next? Down. Next? Up. Next? Don't worry about that. Those are tiny ones anyway. But sorry?
Doesn't have to be up, down, every time.
it probably would, but you can just look at it. It's not, don't guarantee that. Just look at the graph, okay? These locations where the daily share price crosses up or down through a moving average are known as market signals. Share price crosses up through the moving average is called a bullish signal. Have you heard of the term a bull in a china shop? What does that mean? What would a bull in a china shop do? It'd go crazy and destroy everything. So a bullish signal, which is when the share price goes up through the moving average, that would be a good time to buy in general. Because if you let's look at this bullish signal here. What happens to the share price after that crossover? Is it going up? Good. So would it have been a good time to buy when I saw the little graphs cross each other? That's how share traders work. They're literally just looking at graphs all day and they make a little moving average and they're like, does it look like it's going to cross over? I might buy now. Okay? I'm giving you tips right now. Some kids have been brave enough to invest. I'm not suggesting you do. Like, you only risk what money that you're willing to lose, but it's an option. Okay? But this is the start of what share traders do. Now, that's a bullish signal. So if the share price crosses up through the moving average, it's called bullish. This would be a good time to buy. If the share price crosses down through the moving average, it's a bearish signal. What do bears do during the winter? They hibernate, so that's like, let's chill. So a bearish signal indicates it'd be a good time to hold on to your shares or sell them. Okay? So you can see here, this is a bearish signal. Why? Because the blue line crossed down through the moving average. What's happening to the share price after that crossover point? What's happening in the share price after that crossover? It's going down, right? So if there were notes that you would want to get down, it would be this little box here. But remember, I've got the video recording. I'll give you 4 minutes anyway. So I'll get back to you at 1:15. Because there's one other kind of signal you have to be aware of. Still keep your devices open because I want you to do something with them. So keep that screen open on your device. This is your book left over from last year. 4 minutes. All right, last little bit. Remember, no exercises for this. So, you can also draw a shorter and a longer moving average on the same company chart. You'll see that in the chart below. So did I just show you how to draw a moving average? Can you do that same thing again? What would I press to try to draw another moving average on here? What did I do initially? Indicators. Can you press that, please? Can you scroll down to moving average? The little window pops up. How would I make it 100 days instead? Change the 50 to 100. Can you make it a different color so you don't have two purple lines that would just look the same? So make it red like on my picture. And hopefully you have something that looks like this. Is there anyone that doesn't have something that looks like that? You don't have ad blocker, you've got like ads for, I don't know, NordVPN or something. Hopefully you have something like this. Do the moving averages cross each other here?
Yes. Yeah.
How many times have the moving averages crossed each other on this screen? 3. You've got 1. You've got 1. So the 50-day crossed up through that. It crossed down through the longer one, and then it crossed up again. Just like the share price crossing a moving averages means something, when you've got a shorter one crossing a longer one, that also means something. It's a more stable, more trustworthy, more long-term signal. So before, we were saying that the company, it's a bit bullish, maybe it's a good time to buy. Before we said bearish, maybe it's a good time to hold on to your shares. The signals this time, when they cross each other, if the shorter one crosses up through the longer moving average, it's a buy. There's no bullish, there's no, maybe it's a good time to buy when the shorter one crosses up through the longer one. And when the shorter one crosses down through the longer one, that's a sell signal. So these last signals where the moving averages are crossing each other, instead of animals, it's just buy or sell. Okay? So I'll leave that there. That's me done for today. I'll stop the recording.